feel like waking up the morning of the first day of the playoffs?
It's exciting. Obviously, this is where it really starts, right? You do all that work for 82 games, and, this is the culmination of it, or the start of it anyway. So I'm pretty excited here.
Does your mindset change at all? Is this game very, very different from Game 82 and Game 44?
Oh, yeah, big time. Not much. I think you go about your day the same way. I think you just know that, once you get to the rink, you got to dial it up, an extra couple notches. On a day-to-day basis, I think it's kind of the same. Probably get a little bit more rest. But, it really, when it really counts, it's when it's game time.
What stood out to you about how the Lightning have won the last 2 years?
Their complete game. I think they went through, a little bit of, what we've had trouble with, and they added a few guys, and, I really believe that that's what helped them, get over the hump. And, they did it 2 years in a row. They're back-to-back champs, and, we're looking, to upset them.
Wayne, Sheldon said yesterday this is going to be a physical series, quote, borderline violent. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's going to be extremely physical. I think we know from both sides. The majority of the games that we've played each other, have been pretty physical. So, yeah, we're definitely expecting that.
Wayne, Mitch has struggled to produce offensively in previous playoffs. What have you seen from him down the stretch that leads you to believe he's due to break out this year?
I think all our top guys have just been different players this year. That stuff's in the past. We're not going to look to the past. We look to the present and the future, and that's all I have to say about that.
What gives you belief that this year can be different than last year?
Because it's new year, new personnel, and we got complete belief in ourselves.
How is it different going into the playoffs knowing there'll be fans in the building? A little different than last year?
Yeah, I think that obviously when you have your home fans behind you, it's, it makes a huge difference, to be quite honest. You get that extra, you get uplifted a little bit more. You get that extra pep in your step. And, I think it goes even for the road team. I knew, obviously last year, playing on the road, you're not going to get any of those jeers. You're not going to get any of that stuff. So it kind of equals it out.
In their two championship runs, they got phenomenal play from that third line with Yanni Gourde centering it. Now all three of those guys are gone. How different is the look of that team with that line not there?
I think they went and picked up some guys, who kind of fit the mold of what those three did. So I don't think their team's too far off if they're off at all, to be quite honest with you. They've found the recipe, and it's up to us to figure it out as well, and come into this series full of confidence and getting ready to slay the beast.
What stands out to you the most about Stamkos?
Stammer's had an amazing year. Nothing really ever surprises me. What Stammer does. I've known him a long time, and he's been an unbelievable player in this league for forever. And I think from my standpoint, after he didn't get to really play too much in that first Stanley Cup when they won, he's kind of taken his game to another level, and I think it's been very evident this year as well.
Sheldon talked about how Tampa is one of the league leaders in skirmishes after the whistle and kind of getting under the skin that way. How do you kind of help the team alleviate that and some of the games we
You just play between the whistles. Just play your game. Stuff like that happens organically. You don't got to force it. So for me, it's just, you play between the whistles, and whatever comes after that comes after that.
You have to get in Vasilevskiy's kitchen?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, and it's, I think it's about just, taking his eyes away, getting to the front of the net, and just disrupting him, because he's one of the, I'd say, top 3 goalies, top 2 goalies in this league, and, he's proven he can perform come playoff time. So, it'll be up to us to, try to figure him out.
How difficult is that?
Excuse me?
How difficult is that when you're trying to go through Edmund and McDonough?
Yeah, it's just another, obstacle in our way, obviously. And it's, I think that takes a lot of, obviously, brain power and physicality and, just being, willing, to take a beating to get in front of him. And, they've got, great defensemen over there and big guys, strong guys. that you're going to get your licks when you go to the net, but at the same time, it's going to be worth it.
You weren't born in 1967, of course.
No.
A lot of other guys were. As a Toronto guy, how sick and tired do you get of the whole talk?
Yeah, I think it's kind of beating a dead horse, to be honest. But this is my second year here, so I'm not too phased by it, to be quite honest. I think a lot of the guys in here that we have are new to it too as well. So. Obviously we get sick and tired of hearing it, but, it's on us to, change the narrative.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
No problem.